fact that the people's faith was being rejuvenated, it seemed.
There's little if no evidence the icons have any super healing powers.
In fact, there are lots of studies which have compared visions to UFOs.
But for those distraught over personal or physical pain, and with nowhere else to turn, the icon may be a last hope.
I believe that if you have the faith enough, is sometimes all you need.
Ed Garston, CNN, Sinclair Shores, Michigan.
And still to come on this Saturday night, if you're glad to see the snow is gone, but not too happy about the condition of your grass, we'll have some tips on putting the color back into your yard.
Forget Valentine's Day and Halloween. The big holiday for candy giving is tomorrow. Find out how one local company is helping the Easter Bunny deliver delicious delicacies all around the world.
Where in the world can you have this much fun under one roof? Cleveland's IX Center at the fantastic IX Amusement Park, April 2nd through May 9th. Over 20 acres of rides, games, and attractions. Spin to the latest thrill ride, Top Spin. See the German National Circus and ride the world's largest indoor Ferris wheel. Free parking all 38 days at the world's largest indoor amusement park, April 2nd through May 9th. Thursday, April 15th is TV8 Family Day. A $3 discount on every ticket, courtesy of Cleveland's own TV.
When I get my film developed at Medic, I can choose from 2 king-size prints or a king-size single print and a roll of Medic film, all for the same low price. Take in a roll to Medic, get a roll. Take in 2 rolls, get 2 rolls. I may never have to buy another roll of film again. Take in 1,000 rolls. You get the picture. This Easter, remember to come to Medic for all your film and photo developing needs. Medic, now with 2 great print choices.
Anti-abortion protesters have launched large-scale demonstrations throughout Florida this Easter weekend. They are the first protest since an abortion doctor was shot to death at a Pensacola clinic last month. 50 anti-abortion activists were arrested today in Melbourne. The protests are bringing out people on both sides of the issue. Police say those arrested violated a court order requiring them to stay at least 36 feet away from clinic property and to refrain from chanting and carrying signs with certain images. FBI agents in Waco, Texas are trying to decipher a cryptic 4-page letter from the Branch Davidian cult leader written in first person as a message from God. Cult leader David Koresh, who's been waiting for a message from God before surrendering, gave the FBI the handwritten letter signed Yahweh Koresh. Agents say cultists are not giving any indication of another shootout with lawmen and want to meet with their attorneys again next week. The FBI plans to string barbed wire around the compound to keep any member from escaping and to protect those who decide to leave the compound.
In other news, it is not too early to start on that spring cleanup around the yard, but don't make the mistake of rushing Mother Nature either, especially when it comes to fertilizing the lawn. Newscenter 8's Belinda Prinz talked to an expert today about the do's and don'ts of the season.
Like your body can't keep up.
It's every homeowner's prayer. Please don't rain the day I've got time to do the yard work. And this is the time to clear out leaves and debris left from last fall.
It's a good time to shape trees up, take dead branches out, remove materials like that.
The pruning season is almost over, but Randy Zuntag of the Lake County Cooperative Extension Service says don't wait much longer.
Oh yeah, it should have been done by now, but you can still prune yet if you want to. And so if you look around the yard, there are a lot of things to do besides just turf.
Speaking of turf, mid-April is a good time for seeding bare spots in the lawn and removing patches of moss. But if you didn't fertilize well in the fall, Zuntag says don't overdo it now. And it's still too early for crabgrass killers.
So we wait till that last week in April, first week in May. That's when crabgrass usually germinates in northeast Ohio. Then we're going to control it, and we're also going to put the fertilizer on when the grass needs it. Because what this grass grows on is what it stored up last fall. It's not going to grow on what you put down in the spring.
Now that you've learned something about the timing, how do you know what type of fertilizer to use? Well, many experts recommend a mix of both organic and mineral compounds. A healthy lawn needs both, spread several times a year, with the heaviest application in the fall. And don't forget the rich sources of organic materials for composting right in your own backyard.
The old concept was that grass clippings cause thatch. That's not true.
Besides, leaving the grass clippings where they lie is not only good for your lawn, it gives you more time to do something else, or simply enjoy the fruits of your labor. Belinda Prinz, Newscenter 8, Mentor.
Well, by this hour, perhaps your sweet tooth has you smiling in anticipation of an Easter basket filled with holiday goodies. Well, for families and kids of all ages, delicious chocolates will be nestled in a bed of green plastic grass. Perhaps the real treat is for the candy business, and it's not just specialty shops supplying the Easter bunny anymore. The chocolate makers that satisfy our taste for sweets year-long have usually left the Easter basket business to the smaller shops, but not anymore. Those new pastel wraps on old favorites are eating up a big share of Easter business. Hershey's up just over 30% in Easter sales from 1 year ago. And the Mars Company is sweetening sales by 25% with help from Cleveland's chocolate family.
We feel that the more giving you are, it helps the industry. If we can get more people to be thinking about, let's go down to the corner chocolate shop and get something for someone or fill a need for our own families, well, isn't that only going to help us in the end because more people will be coming to Mally's?
The Mally's family secrets are being courted by big business chocolatiers. And the Mally's merchandising school is showing the big boys how to add the special touches that keep so many local families coming back.
At Easter and holiday time, we send so much chocolate out. 15, 18, 22,000 packages off to people so that they can share a little bit of that hometown flavor.
Santa may have his elves, but the Easter Bunny has some expert helpers right here in Cleveland, making treats edible for the eyes as well. Shoppers here know the mass market candy makers are into Easter too, but these folks return for a familiar taste.
Well, I like the white chocolate, but their caramellos are fantastic. So I'm going to grab a bunch of those.
We've been buying from Mally's for a long time, and every time we give a little gifts for the kids and our other friends, they enjoy seeing a Mally's label on it.
My girls are 21 and 20. They still love it, so I took them over here.
So take one more look to whet your appetite for the Easter Bunny's visit. And in case you're trying to count, Mally's has turned out 90,000 jelly beans and 1 ton of chocolate each day. And this is the first year Mally's is producing an Easter catalog, all part of the effort to keep us buying sweets as gifts. And seasonal candy sales in places like supermarkets and drugstores overall grew 20% in just 1 year.
The Space Shuttle Discovery astronauts will spend Easter Sunday continuing their orbit of the Earth and studying the diminishing ozone layer. Ozone protects Earth from harmful ultraviolet radiation that can cause skin cancer, cataracts, and weaken the body's immune system. Now, aside from conducting those experiments, the astronauts made this a red-letter day for ham radio operators by using a ham radio system to exchange a few words, perhaps Easter greetings, with Russian cosmonauts in a spaceship 86 miles away from Discovery. And down here on Earth, everybody has to be wondering the $64,000 question, what's the weather going to be like for the big Easter parade?
I think we're going to like your answer.
I think you'll love the answer, and maybe we should keep everybody guessing as to what that might be. We'll share that with you when we come back.
Did you know Ford Tempo is the best-selling car in its class? Surprised? Comfortable, dependable, my kind of car. And it comes with all the extras at no extra charge.
Now get a Tempo 2-door with air, stereo, automatic transmission, and more for $9,900. Or save $1,300 on a loaded Tempo 4-door.
Ford Tempo, a lot of car, not a lot of money.
Now with 5.9 financing or $500 cash back, your Ford dealers are winning Ohio over.
How many Conrad's technicians does it take to change a bulb or check your tire pressure? Every single one of them. At Conrad's Goodyear Service Centers, we do more than tires and alignments. We do everything from changing oil to changing engines, and we do the job right. That's why I say we haven't finished the big jobs until we've taken care of the little things. So if your mechanic can't remember to check the air or change a little bulb, bring your car to us. At Conrad's, we do the job right.
For the best in Goodyear certified auto service, bring your car to Conrad's.
Well, temperatures in Cleveland today reached into the lower 50s. From that standpoint, it was a very fine day. Once the showers left this morning in the clouds, we got into sunshine this afternoon. And a brilliant look now at the Terminal Tower, the Soldiers and Sailors Monument on Public Square. in downtown Cleveland. And at this point now, temperatures are generally in the lower 40s here. As a matter of fact, at this point now, out at Hopkins Airport, we are standing at 42 degrees. In terms of precipitation today, we've only had 8/100ths of an inch of rain here in Cleveland, and the PSI was within the moderate range. At this point now, winds are out of the north to the northeast at about 6 miles an hour. A look now at our first warning radar. This is out of Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. You'll be able to see we are void of precipitation here in Ohio tonight, and that's the way it's going to go probably into tomorrow afternoon. So for Easter sunrise services tomorrow morning, you are going to be in excellent shape. But I do recommend the winter jacket. Readings tomorrow morning at sunrise will generally be in the mid to the upper 30s. Across Ohio now, we look like this. 42 here in Cleveland. Ditto that at Akron, Kent. It's already 37 at Youngstown, 38 up at Erie. Lake Erie water holding at 34 degrees off Cleveland Harbor. 50-degree air along the Ohio River. It is 53 at Huntington, 50 at Marietta Parkersburg. It is 43 at Mansfield's Lam Airport. Now sunrise, Cleveland tomorrow morning. Daylight saving.